Throw 3 darts at the map. Toss in 3 wildly distinctive personalities.
I just love glass.
Plus 3 clever projects, and you've got a craft show that'll have you saying, "That's clever." Hi, I'm Angela Martinez. Welcome to That's Clever. Oftentimes, crafters use their talents to put a new spin on a traditional art form. Like this artist from Minnesota. See why she gets carried away when she gives an old-fashioned paper doll a fabric makeover.
Hi, I'm Kristen Himsel-Hunter, and I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I love working with cloth. I embroider. I make dolls. Some people call me a sew-it-all. Today I'm going to make this fabric paper doll set. It folds up for easy traveling, and it even has a pocket for extra outfits. I'm going to head to my studio and keep you in stitches. Welcome to my studio, where I have fun with fabric. The first step is to take this doll template and trace it onto a piece of muslin. I've finished tracing it. Now I'm going to cut around the edge, leaving a 1/4 inch allowance. I have the figure all cut out, and I'm going to attach it to a piece of green felt using the needle turn applique process. I've finished pinning the figure in place. Now I'm going to turn under the sides and stitch it down. The point of this applique technique is to not see any of the stitches. I continue this stitch all the way around until all of the edges are turned under. I've finished appliquing. Now I'm going to embroider on some undergarments. I want the undergarments to be kind of a thin line, so I just use 1 strand of floss doubled over through the needle. I'm using a back stitch for the undergarments. This is the first stitch I ever learned. I've finished embroidering the undergarments, added a little navel, and then I went ahead and sketched on a face. So I'm going to add some color. I'm going to use black floss for the pupils, green floss for the eye color, white for around the eyes and the nose, and pink for the lips. I've always enjoyed different kinds of crafts since I was very little. Once I realized I could go online and buy fabrics from all over the world, I was even more excited about this art. I learned sewing mostly from my mother and my grandmother. I especially like the intricate nature of this kind of stitching. I finished the face, and now I'm going to give her a nice hairdo. I make the hair out of some yarn, and I just put it in position and then hand sew. I make large loops and capture the hair as I work my way around. I don't worry about the length because I can trim it later. Her hair is attached, and I'm going to use this floss to tie little bows in her pigtails. The bows are on, she's looking pretty cute, but she needs an outfit. I'm going to make a dress, and I have a template for the top and the bottom, and I'm going to use them to cut my fabric. With felt, the edges don't fray, so I don't worry about leaving an allowance. I'd like this dress to have the illusion of being a wrap dress, so I've cut 2 tops out, and I'll cut them diagonally and join them together. My top is all ready, and I've cut out a piece for the skirt. Now it's time for the sewing machine. I finished the top, I sewed it together, added a little rose for detail, and then I added to the back so that it'll attach to the doll later. This is the skirt part here, where I've hemmed up 3 of the sides and did a basting stitch across the top, in which I will cinch together to form the skirt. Then I sew it all together. I finished the dress, and I think it looks adorable. I made a few other outfits, and I'm ready to add the backing fabric, storage pocket. This is the fabric I've chosen for the back. This is the back itself, and then this one will be the pocket. I have here a piece of bias binding for a nice finishing touch. I'm going to sew bias binding to the pocket, then I'll sew the pocket to the back, and then the back to the doll. So to put the 2 pieces together, I set the doll on top, right sides together, and sew around all 4 corners, leaving a little bit open at the bottom to turn it right side out. All 4 sides are sewn together, now it's time to flip. I've turned the piece right side out. Now I just have to top stitch, add a few details, and she'll be ready for playtime. I've finished the backing fabric, added ribbon, and that ties it up. My fabric paper doll is complete.
Coming up, we step into this crafter's Georgia kitchen. She combines organic vegetables with a mixture of oils to raise the bar on handmade soap. But first, this artist from California gets into the swing of things with a fused glass design that really makes a stand. Next on That's Clever.